Want to learn how to make this? Stay tuned and I'll show you how. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. Hey there Squares! Thanks for watching Square Type, the channel showcasing easy to follow pop-up card tutorials and demo videos. This is part 2 of the Moving Arms with Circular Motion series. If you haven't already seen part 1 where I made this, the link is up above and down below in the description field to that tutorial. In this video, however, I'll be showing you how to make 2 moving arms in parallel with circular motion so that 2 wheels move when the card opens and closes. Here are the materials I used: ruler, glue stick, blade, compass, scissors, my pen, and cardstock for the image and the mechanism. Here I have a fire truck image which I've made and cut out, and I've got 2 wheels that I need to turn. Starting off the same way as in part 1, I'll create a rectangle stand. You can certainly make a paper rectangle with specific measurements. You can be really specific about this, and if you don't know how to do that, check out the link up above and down below in the description field for the tutorial on making paper rectangles of whatever size you want. But in this example, I'll be showing you how I kind of guesstimate the sizes I need. You saw how I made this rectangle. I'm just going to shift this over here, and now I've got a rectangle that's about 1.5 inches from the edge of the card. And then I'm going to just cut it in half so I have 2 duplicate stands. On the first stand, I'm just going to fold over the top right corner, and that way I have my rectangle stand ready. With the second rectangle stand, I'm going to go about 1/3 of the way from the edge and cut that down. And then that way I have this shape right here, and I'm just going to slide it over this way to fold over that one side so I have a gluing ledge like this. Then I can put glue on that ledge and I can close it. The aim here is to have the exact same height of the rectangle as the other one, but a shorter length as the other one. So now I'm just going to shift it over, and that way I ensure that the height is going to be the same height. See that? Now I can take the top right corner of this rectangle stand and just fold it over so I have a triangle, and then I'm going to invert that triangle, just push it over like that. Now I can nest these 2 rectangles together. That's how you have the parallel wheels turning at the same time. So the best way to get this to get in there is just to put glue on 3 sides of the rectangle stand, and then that way you can nest this rectangle stand into the other one and it'll move at the same time. So again, I'm gluing 3 surfaces of this rectangle stand, and to make sure that the corners are lined up, I'm going to push this into one corner like this, and then I'm going to shift the stand back and forth as I smooth it down. So shift it over, flatten it out, and then shift it over again and flatten it out again, just a bunch of times, and then you'll see that the corners will match up like that. Okay, so now you can just trim the outside of the larger rectangle so that you can make room for the triangle on the nested stand. See that? I followed the angle of that triangle on the inside, and then I made it into a larger opening. The idea here is I'm making room for the arm to swing back and forth. So let me go ahead and make the arms. You just take a piece of cardstock and you cut it into the shape of an L. And that's going to be the arms, each of which is going to be glued onto the triangle. So you put glue on the back half of the triangle and you just glue the arm inside of that. If this is going too fast for you, take a look at the link up above and down below in the description field for the tutorial for part 1 in this series. But anyway, this is how you make the parallel circular motion wheels. You just have to make sure that that opening that's cut out for the inside stand is wide enough so that the L can move back and forth freely. In this case, it catches. So either trim the L so it's smaller or just make the opening wider. In this case, I'm going to make the opening wider. And now there's plenty of room for that L to shift back and forth. And that's what you want to see. Now you just put glue on one side of that L and you can attach your turning image or your wheel. And that's to both L's, right? Because you want 2 parallel wheels turning. In this case, my wheels are a little smaller than the L, so I'm going to trim the L's so that they can hide behind the wheel. Totally up to you if you want to do that. It depends on your design. In my case, I want them to hide. To center the wheel on the arm or the L, you just have to place the center of the wheel right where the armpit of that L is, and that way they'll turn 90 degrees. Those wheels have a tendency to warp as they turn back and forth. It's just the nature of the mechanism. So the way to remedy that is to glue a piece of cardstock on the top of the rectangle stand right behind the wheels, and that prevents them from actually warping. And it kind of works because all I have to do is just glue my fire truck image to the top of that stand right behind the wheels, and that serves the dual purpose of stopping them from warping as they turn, and also that's the image. As you can see, they're turning just fine, and all I have to do is just put glue on the back of this rectangle stand. It's going to be 2 sides of the rectangle stand, a short side and a long side, and then I can glue that to the crease of the card. Oh, see how the image is showing outside of the card when it's closed? I'm going to have to readjust this. So I'm just going to remove the image from the top of the stand like this, and I'm going to put glue on the top of the stand this time. That way I can position this image right where I need it to be, closer to the fold of the card. And once I've got that done, I'll just check it to make sure it stays in, and yes it does. Oh, but this came off and I just need to put more glue on the back of the stand, and it should be okay now. I wanted to give a shout out to Victoria. She's the one who asked for this tutorial. She wanted to make a car where the wheels would turn as she opened and closed the card. So I hope this really helped you out, Victoria. Give me a like or dislike, comment down below, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching. Bye!